Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hello Sheni. If you're seeing me for the very first time, I am a YouTuber living in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. I make videos about life in Canada and everything Canada related. If this is your first time here, I'm so happy that you're here. I hope that you subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos from me. If you're a returning subscriber, you're an OG. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about cost of living in Canada. You guys know that I live in Regina, so whatever estimates I give will be based on my experience here and my life here so far. Also, my family size is a family size of 3, so that means that some bills may be based on consumption or maybe habits or stuff like that, so that somebody will not come and say something like you people are eating too much or you people are spending okay, I'm joking, but you guys get what I mean. Number one thing that takes majority of your income, or the highest portion of your income, is accommodation. I have a video where I talked about Regina being relatively affordable. You guys should check out that video. So, but I didn't give much details in terms of figures and stuff like that. So if you were looking to rent, even if you bought a house, I mean, either which way, accommodation will still be your most expensive expenditure. So if you were looking at renting maybe like a basement here in Regina, we'll be talking about $700, $800, you know. But if you move up to a 2-bedroom basement, still you can get that for about $1,100 or even $1,200. The good thing about renting a basement is that most of them come with utilities included, so you don't have to worry about your energy bills or power or any kind of thing like that. Everything is already all inclusive in the rent charge. So that's what it's like to rent a basement. And if you want to move up to maybe an apartment or a condo, or a 2-bedroom apartment here in Regina will cost you about $1,200, $1,300. The good thing about apartments also is that most of them come with power and power and water. It depends on the accommodation. Actually, the one I stayed in included water and energy. Yes, so that's very fair. So for $1,300 for a 2-bedroom with that kind of utility included, I feel like is a very affordable amount. So if you were not looking to rent or maybe get a 3-bedroom apartment as well, you'll be looking at $1,400, $1,500. If you wanted to step it up higher and get a house, like maybe a townhouse for yourself. So townhouses are those houses that are like together. I don't know how to explain them, but they're like all together, you know, that kind of thing. I'll probably insert pictures if I can. If I cannot, no problem. You guys get what I mean. So if you wanted to rent a townhouse, maybe a 2-bedroom townhouse, you can be spending $1,500, $1,600. If you now wanted to rent like a 3-bedroom townhouse, it goes as high as maybe 1,718. Or if you wanted a house all by yourself, maybe like a 4-bedroom accommodation all by yourself, you can be talking about maybe $2,300. So that's basically what renting in Regina is like. It just depends on what you want, the kind of accommodation that you want. The next thing that we spend money on here in my family is childcare services. So because we have a child who is not yet of school age, we have to drop her off at daycare. I have a very detailed video talking about what daycare is like here in Canada. You can check out that video. Again, like I mentioned in that video, daycare cost depends on the age of the child. So the younger the child is, the more expensive it is. So because our child is almost 3, so how much we're spending currently on daycare for her is about $650. The next thing that we spend money on here is on groceries. So grocery totally depends on your family's size, on the consumption rate, on what you kind of like eating, you know, your habits, your preferences and stuff like that. So in a good month, in a month where we do not have to buy in bulk, you know, because sometimes we buy food stuff here in bulk, especially when it's closer to the winter months, because some of those things may not be available in store. But if it's like a regular summer month like this and we're not buying anything in bulk, just the regular things that we eat, and we're not making trips to the African store, because African store is actually really expensive. So if it's just buying from the regular Canadian stores, we spend about $300 to $450 on grocery, food, house upkeep and stuff like that. So again, this just depends on the kinds of food that we eat, preferences that we have when it comes to food. Also, my family size is quite small. If your family size was larger or you had older children, of course you may be spending more on groceries. Now another thing that we spend money on here is utilities. So of course, you know that after you've rented your accommodation, you would need to pay for power, you need to pay for water, you would need to pay for energy and stuff like that. We actually do not have an accommodation that has all those things inclusive, so we pay for those things independently. Again, this just fluctuates. We don't have an actual amount that would say this is how much we spend on water every month, because you can never just be sure that your usage will be the same, you know, throughout the month or stuff like that. So it ranges between different, or I mean, it just depends on your usage. That month you may just have spent more, or maybe during the winter months, for example, your heater is on more, you know, because of the cold and everything. Or during the summer months, if you have an accommodation that has AC, of course you know that you will spend more, that kind of thing. So it depends on the usage. I can't really say this is how much exactly we spend, because it actually fluctuates. But I'll say for utilities, for your water, for your power and for energy, I'll say roughly about $200 can take care of your utilities. So again, this depends on your consumption and how you like, or you know, how you like to do your thing. Another thing that we spend money on here is phone bills and internet services. So for phone bills, that's my husband and I, we have a plan that we got from, I think, Bell. I'm not sure, I'm not even sure this is the best, but we spend $100 on phone bills for both of our phones. And then for the internet that we have at home, which is unlimited, we spend about $70. So most times, both of these internet service providers, they have this package that they give you, that when you newly register, you get, maybe you would pay the same amount for 3 months straight, then after which the price now increases to the original price or something. So it's like, I think $65 for like 3 months, after which it goes up to 70 or something like that. So it totally depends on the internet service provider. The next thing that we spend money on here is car insurance. So this also is not fixed for everybody. It depends on your kind of car, like how old or how new your car is, you know, that kind of thing. So we pay $129 every month. By the way, everything that I am saying here is Canadian dollars, and it is paid monthly. Another thing that we spend money on here is gas. So because in Regina here, we don't have like trains or skylines or anything like that. We just commute via the road using our cars or using public transport. I know public transports at some point, I've actually never really been on the bus before, but I know at some point it was about $80 for, if you were looking for bus pass for a whole month. Is that 80 or 84? I'm not sure. I'll probably put the correct amount on the screen. In our case, we buy gas. So my husband, we go to work, my husband goes to work every day. We drop our daughter off again at daycare. I work from home. Then on weekends we go out for grocery. Sundays we go to church. So that's basically how frequently we go out. So I think that's every day. So for that, we spend about $100 on gas every month. I don't know if, I mean, it's either that or less than that, but it's within that range of $100 every month on gas. So another thing that we spend money on here is if you have personal subscriptions that you do. This again is based on your family's preference. If you have some things that you like to, you enjoy, maybe like Amazon Prime or Netflix, or what else, Spotify, Apple Music, or gym subscription, whatever subscription that you have, it depends on you, but we budget about $100 to take care of all those subscriptions. So that's another thing that we spend money on. It depends, again, it's not every month, okay, but just know that those kind of things exist. Then we have miscellaneous, so, or maybe shopping allowances. So sometimes, maybe especially during the winter is approaching now, at some point we'll have to buy maybe sweaters for my daughter, because the winter clothes she wore last year will most likely not work this year. So sweaters, mittens, gloves, socks and things like that, we may just do occasional shopping. Nothing expensive, to be honest. Maybe like another $100 or $150 will take care of her shopping. Now if you have personal things that you want to shop for, maybe like your own personal care items, like your body care or your skincare or whatever, then you can also give a rough estimate of how much you would spend. So that's pretty much an idea of what our expenses are here in Regina. I think I have covered the most important ones or the most expensive ones. Whatever else that you probably spend money on will be like your personal needs or your personal, you know, preferences. That's basically, so this is basically the essential things that you know you would spend money on here in Regina or here in Saskatchewan, because the cost of living here and in other places in Saskatchewan is very similar. So that's about it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed. Please tell a friend, share my videos with your friends and your family, and I'll definitely see you guys in my next video. Bye.